Welcome to the TOEFL IBT Listening Mock Test. In this section, you will have an opportunity to demonstrate your ability to understand spoken English in an academic environment. Please listen carefully to each audio track and choose the best answer for each question. You may take notes while you listen. Please note that the audio will play continuously. Press the spacebar to pause the video after each question if you need more time to answer. Now, let's begin.
Have you finished packing for the trip yet? Why don't we grab lunch after the meeting? Do you know if the printer on the third floor is working again? I heard the museum added a new exhibit. Could you send me the file before the end of the day? Isn't your presentation supposed to start at 2? What made you decide to switch majors? Do you mind if I borrow your notes from yesterday's lecture?
Did you finish your part of the presentation slides?
Almost. I just need to add the sources page.
Great, because the professor moved the deadline up to Thursday.
Wait, seriously? I thought we had until next Monday.
Yeah, she announced it in class today. Something about a scheduling conflict.
Okay, then I should probably finish tonight instead of this weekend. Hi, I'm calling about an order that was supposed to arrive yesterday.
I can check that for you. Could I get your order number?
Sure, it's 48291.
Thanks. It looks like the package is still at the distribution center due to a weather delay. It should arrive within 2 more business days.
Oh no, I actually need it before Friday for an event.
I understand. I can upgrade the shipping to overnight at no extra charge since this was our delay.
That would be great, thank you.
Starting next Monday, the third floor conference room will be closed for 2 weeks while new video equipment is installed. Any meetings currently scheduled in that room should be moved to the second floor conference room or the East Wing meeting space. If you need help rebooking, please contact the facilities team directly. Here's something that still amazes me. In some clinical trials, patients who are given a completely inactive treatment, a sugar pill with no medical ingredients, actually report feeling better. This is called the placebo effect, and it raises an interesting question. If the pill does nothing chemically, why do people improve? One explanation involves expectation. When patients believe they're receiving real treatment, their brain can release natural chemicals, like endorphins, that genuinely reduce pain or improve mood. In other words, the expectation itself triggers a real biological response, even without any active drug. Context matters too. Studies show that a placebo delivered by an authoritative doctor in a clean, professional setting tends to work better than the exact same placebo handed over casually. The ritual of receiving treatment, the white coat, the careful explanation, the reassuring tone, can be almost as important as the treatment itself. Interestingly, the placebo effect isn't limited to pills. Fake surgeries, in which patients are put under anesthesia and given incisions but no actual procedure, have in some studies produced improvements similar to that of the real surgery. This doesn't mean surgery is unnecessary. It means our expectations and beliefs are a powerful part of how our bodies respond to any treatment.
You will now begin Module 2. Listen carefully to the following audio tracks and answer the questions.
Are you coming to the workshop this afternoon? How was your flight? Do you happen to know when the library closes on weekends? Could you double-check these numbers before I send the report? I can't believe how quickly this semester went by. Would you rather meet in person or do a video call? Why does this app keep crashing? Have you decided where to go for the conference?
Did the new order of printer paper come in yet? Not yet, but I noticed we're also almost out of toner.
Really?
I thought we just restocked last month. We did, but the new printer uses more than the old one.
Good to know. I'll add toner to the order before I submit it.
Thanks. That'll save us another trip to the supply closet. Welcome aboard, everyone. Before we depart, I want to remind you that our first stop will be the Botanical Garden, where you'll have 45 minutes to explore. Please be back at the bus by 11:15 sharp, since our schedule for the rest of the day is quite tight. Restrooms are located near the garden's main entrance, and bottled water is available at the front of the bus if you need it. Today, I want to talk about a cognitive bias that affects nearly everyone at some point. The tendency for people with limited knowledge or skill in an area to overestimate their own competence. This is often referred to as the Dunning-Kruger effect, named after the two researchers who first documented it in the late 1990s. In their original study, participants who scored the lowest on tests of grammar, logic, and humor tended to rate their own performance far more favorably than their actual results warranted. Interestingly, the more skilled participants were often slightly harder on themselves, sometimes underestimating how well they had done relative to others. The explanation researchers propose is that the same skills required to perform well in a domain are often the same skills needed to accurately judge one's own performance. In other words, a person who lacks knowledge of grammar rules may not have the ability to recognize their own grammatical mistakes, which leaves them unaware of the gap in their skill. This effect has practical implications well beyond trivia tests. It appears in workplace self-assessments, in political and scientific debates, and even in everyday overconfidence about tasks like driving or investing. Awareness of the effect doesn't necessarily eliminate it, but researchers suggest that seeking honest feedback and comparing one's performance to objective standards can help reduce the gap between perceived and actual competence.
Great job! You've completed both Module 1 and Module 2. Keep practicing, and you'll achieve your target score in no time. For more TOEFL tips, strategies, and practice tests, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. See you in the next video.